Have you ever wondered what makes a family truly strong? Is it just about living under the same roof, or is there something deeper at play? Well, today, we're going to explore the core values that make families thrive. These are the building blocks that help families stay connected, support one another, and grow stronger over time. We're going to look at 5 key values: love, trust, respect, communication, and support, and how they create a foundation for lifelong happiness. So let's dive in and take a closer look at each of these values and how we can incorporate them into our own family lives. First up is love, the most fundamental value in any strong family. Love isn't just about feeling affection, it's about showing it through actions, day in and day out. Think about it, when a family shows love to each other, it creates a sense of security and belonging. You know, like when I was growing up, my mom always left little notes in my lunchbox. Just silly things, sometimes a joke, sometimes just a heart. But it always made me feel loved. And I'm talking about the kind of lunchbox that had the thermos built right in. Remember those? Yeah, I'm old school. But seriously, those little acts of love, they add up. It could be making your partner a cup of coffee in the morning, giving your kid a hug before they head off to school, or just telling your parents you appreciate them. And you know what else screams love? Game night. We used to have family game night every Friday when I was a kid. Okay, maybe it wasn't every Friday, but it felt like it. And let me tell you, things could get pretty competitive. We're talking board games flying across the room, accusations of cheating, good, clean family fun. But even though we drove each other crazy sometimes, those game nights, they were all about spending time together, laughing together, and making memories. And that's what love is all about, right? Being present, being silly, and just enjoying each other's company. And you know what else is a great way to show love? Forgiveness. Look, families fight, it's inevitable. We're all different people with different opinions and habits that can drive each other up the wall. Believe me, I've been there. But holding on to grudges, that just creates distance and resentment. So learn to forgive each other. It doesn't mean you're saying what happened was okay, it just means you're choosing to move forward and keep that love strong. Because at the end of the day, family is everything. They're the people who know you best, who love you unconditionally, and who will always be there for you, no matter what. So cherish them, show them you love them, and never take them for granted. Okay, I'm getting a little choked up here. Somebody hand me a tissue, and maybe a cookie. Love makes me hungry. Next, let's talk about trust, the bedrock of a strong family. Trust is what makes us feel safe and supported. Without trust, it's hard to open up or ask for help when we need it. Trust is like a really good hairspray. It keeps everything together even when things get a little crazy. And believe me, in families, things can get crazy. But when you have that foundation of trust, you know you can weather any storm. Think about it. When you trust your family, you feel comfortable sharing your thoughts and feelings, even the messy ones. You know they're not going to judge you or use your secrets against you. They're your safe space, your cheerleaders, your biggest fans. And building trust, it takes time and effort. It's about being reliable, keeping your promises, even the small ones. Like, if you tell your kid you'll pick them up from soccer practice at 4 o'clock, you better be there at 4 o'clock, not 4:15, not 4:05, 4 o'clock sharp. Because those little moments, they add up. They show your family that you're there for them, that they can count on you no matter what. And that's a powerful feeling. But trust isn't just about being there for the good times, it's also about being there for the tough times. It's about being a shoulder to cry on when things go wrong, a listening ear when someone needs to vent, a source of strength when someone feels lost. And sometimes building trust means being vulnerable ourselves. It means admitting when we're wrong, apologizing when we've messed up, and asking for help when we need it. Because nobody's perfect, right? We all make mistakes, but it's how we handle those mistakes that really shows our true character. So be honest with each other, even when it's hard. Be there for each other, no matter what. And most importantly, forgive each other. Because holding on to anger and resentment, that just erodes trust. Remember, trust is like a plant. You have to nurture it, water it, and give it plenty of sunshine for it to grow strong. So make the effort. Your family is worth it. Now let's dive into respect, a key value that helps families thrive, even when there are disagreements. Respect means acknowledging and valuing each other's differences, whether it's personality, opinions, or needs. Families are like a box of assorted chocolates. You've got your nutty ones, your chewy ones, your ones that are a little too intense for 9 a.m. Okay, maybe that's just my family, but the point is, we're all different, and that's what makes families so interesting, right? But with all those differences comes the need for respect. Because let's face it, we're not always going to agree with each other. In fact, sometimes, our families can drive us absolutely bonkers. Like my brother, he used to eat peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. Pickles! On a sandwich! Who does that? But even though I thought his culinary choices were questionable, I still respected his right to eat weird sandwiches. Because that's what respect is all about. Accepting that other people have different perspectives, different opinions, and different ways of doing things. It's about listening to each other, even when we disagree. It's about trying to see things from their point of view, even if we don't fully understand it. And it's about treating each other with kindness and consideration, even when we're feeling frustrated or angry. Now, I'm not saying you have to agree with everything your family does. That would be impossible, and frankly a little boring. But you can still disagree respectfully. You can have those tough conversations without resorting to yelling, name-calling, or throwing peanut butter and pickle sandwiches across the room. And you know what else is important? Respecting boundaries. We all need our own space sometimes, even within a family. So if your teenage daughter wants to blast her music and shut the world out for a while, maybe just let her. As long as it's not death metal at 3 a.m., it's all good. The point is, respect is about creating a safe and loving environment where everyone feels heard, valued, and appreciated for who they are. Even if who they are is a little bit weird. Because, let's be honest, all families are a little bit weird in their own special way. And that's what makes them so great. Next up is communication, the glue that keeps a family connected. Healthy communication is all about more than just talking. It's about really listening and responding thoughtfully. When communication is open, it helps resolve conflicts, build trust, and strengthen relationships. You know, they say communication is key, and let me tell you, whoever they are, they're right. Because without communication, families are like a bunch of balloons floating around, bumping into each other, but never really connecting. And nobody wants to be a lonely balloon, right? But good communication, it's not just about talking, it's about really listening, like putting down your phone, making eye contact, and actually absorbing what the other person is saying. Because let's be honest, we've all been guilty of doing that thing where we pretend to listen while we're really thinking about what we're going to have for dinner. Don't act like you haven't. But when we really listen to our families, we show them that we care about what they have to say, that their thoughts and feelings are important to us. And that makes them feel valued and respected, which, let's be honest, is something we all crave. And communication, it's not just about the big serious talks. It's also about the little, everyday moments. It's about telling your partner you love their new haircut, asking your kid about their day at school, calling your parents just to say hi. Those small interactions, they might seem insignificant, but trust me, they make a big difference. And you know what else is important in communication? Being honest, even when it's hard. Because sweeping things under the rug, that just creates resentment and distance. So if something's bothering you, speak up. Just do it in a way that's respectful and constructive. And remember, communication is a two-way street. It's not just about expressing yourself, it's also about listening to what the other person has to say, even if you don't agree with them. Because sometimes, just feeling heard is all it takes to resolve a conflict or strengthen a bond. So make an effort to communicate with your family every day, in big ways and small ways. Listen to them, talk to them, and most importantly, be there for them. Because at the end of the day, communication is what keeps us connected, and connection is what makes life worth living. Finally, let's talk about support, the backbone of any strong family. Family is there for you through the highs and lows, offering both emotional and practical help when you need it most. You know, life is like a roller coaster. It's full of ups and downs, twists and turns, and the occasional loop-de-loop that leaves you feeling a little queasy. But through it all, there's one constant family. They're the ones who are there for you, no matter what, offering a helping hand, a shoulder to cry on, or maybe just a really strong drink. Because that's what families do, right? They support each other, they show up when it matters most. Whether you're celebrating a big win, going through a tough breakup, or just having a really bad day, your family is your rock. They're the ones who remind you that you're not alone, that you're loved, and that you've got this. And support, it comes in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes it's practical help, like watching the kids so your partner can have a night out, lending a helping hand with a home improvement project, or just being there to pick up the pieces after a particularly epic meltdown. Other times, support is more emotional. It's about listening without judgment, offering words of encouragement, or just being a shoulder to cry on. It's about reminding each other of our strengths when we're feeling weak, celebrating our successes, and offering comfort during times of grief or loss. And you know what else is amazing about family support? It's unconditional. They don't love you because you're perfect. They love you in spite of your flaws. They see the best in you, even when you're struggling to see it yourself. And they never ever give up on you, even when you want to give up on yourself. So if you're lucky enough to have a supportive family, cherish them. Tell them how much they mean to you. And most importantly, be there for them, just like they're there for you. Because life is too short to go through it alone. And with a strong, supportive family by your side, you can weather any storm and come out stronger on the other side. So, whether it's showing love, building trust, respecting one another, communicating openly, or offering support, these core values are the foundation of strong, healthy families. By nurturing these values, we can create family dynamics that are not only resilient but filled with joy and connection. Take a moment today to reflect on how you're showing these values in your family. Which one stands out to you the most? And is there a value you'd like to work on strengthening? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to hear how these values play a role in your own family life. Thanks for watching, and remember, family is where it all begins. Take care and keep building those strong family bonds. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay connected. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if my channel can get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll do a voice reveal.